Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be back in your faces this week. First of all, let me start by saying thank you to the many of you who subscribed to my channel from my last video. I got quite a number of subscriptions and my joy knows no bound. Thank you. And if you're still watching this video and you haven't subscribed, tell me, what are you waiting for? Can you please just click on the subscribe button now before we continue? Today, I want to share my journey to losing 10 kg in 4 weeks, guys. Like I lost 10 kg of my weight in 4 weeks. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't diet because I am a breastfeeding mom. Let me set a little bit of a background. So, pre-pregnancy, I used to weigh, I think, like 80, okay? But when I found that I was pregnant, I started to gain weight. And by the time I had my baby, I've gained quite a number of weight. Okay, that continued because I also breastfed. And you know, it's exclusive breastfeeding. Your mom, during Omugo period, will say, eat, 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 eat. For those of you who do not know what Omugo is a Nigerian tradition. Or is it an African tradition? I'll find out, but I'm not sure. Well, I know here in Nigeria that when a woman gives birth, her mother or sometimes the mother of her husband comes to stay with her to help her, deal with the new reality of her newborn. Sometimes they take the baby away from you so you can catch some sleep, because you all know that it's such a sleepless moment for a lot of new moms. Okay, so my mom was around and she insisted that I must eat, and because I was also exclusively breastfeeding, I tend to eat a lot more so that the milk will flow. And of course, that affected my weight. I gained quite a number of weight. I went from 80 pre-pregnancy to like 105. That's a lot, guys. Look at what I look like before that time, and this is what I look like now. After a while, I knew that I needed to do something to this weight. I needed to take it off because I started having pains in my legs. I couldn't climb the staircase without palpitating so much, and I knew it was my weight, so I wanted to do something about it, and I started my journey. So with that, let me get into all the things that I did as a breastfeeding mom, because I know that a lot of women who are breastfeeding are worried about their baby and about having time for themselves, that they are struggling with their weight, and sometimes it can affect their confidence. So let me share a bit of the things that I did that helped me. The first thing I would say with losing weight is to take care of your mindset. There are 1,001 things that you can tell yourself that can stop you from moving forward or from taking action. That's what I call learned helplessness. You see, when a woman gives birth, there are things that we are told, you can't do anything now because of your baby, it will affect your baby and all that. And some of that things are things we have picked up by watching other people, right? Say excuses like, I'm breastfeeding, so I can gain a lot of weight. For me, I decided that it's time to start working on my weight. And what did I do? I have to find what works for me. I have to ask myself, how can I make this present situation work for me? I do not believe that you should be helpless at any point in time. So instead of just saying, this is not possible, ask yourself, how is this possible? Or how can I work around this? It opens you up to opportunities, and it opens you up to some level of thinking that can help you take action. So when I decided I was ready to take action, I have to look at what works for me and what I can do, and I asked questions, and that helped me in my journey. The second thing I have to say is start with what you have. You see, it's easier to procrastinate and to think that there's something else you need to get. You need to go to the gym, you need to get this gear before you can do what you are supposed to do. See, all of those things will eventually cripple you and you will not be able to take action. So for me, I have to ask myself, what do I have already? What do I have already? And that includes both gears. I have to look at the things I used to use. Are there clothes that I can convert to start using? Because by the time you are still waiting for when you go to the market and get a new gear, like your motivation would have gone down and you may not be able to keep up. So I converted a lot of my old clothes that are free to things that I can use while doing my exercise. Next, I have to look for chips around me. So if you look at this, you see that I have to make do with a skipping rope, chips that I picked up from a building site nearby. And every morning I wake up, I'll just run from one end of the house to another. I didn't need to like go too far. I couldn't, because of my baby, who I do not have anyone to look after her while I'm gone. I have to find what works for me. So inside my own compound, I'll just move from one end of the compound to another, picking the stones, just finding a way to exercise myself, even if I do not have the liberty to visit a gym. Some of you stay in houses that have staircase. So even in my own house, we have the staircase. So what I will also do is to run from run up the stairs, up and down, and maybe for a number of counts, and before you know it, I'm sweating and I'm losing some calories. So that's what you do. Instead of worrying about what you do not have, what do you have? You have people around you that you can maximize their relationship or their network to look after your baby while you keep doing what you're supposed to do. That's fine. The second thing is, check for what you have a skipping rope around the house, even if it means skipping. And I have to say that at this point, your focus is not to show competence or to do so much, because truth be told, by the time you go through that phase of pregnancy and giving birth, you would have lost some form. Your energy will not be at its peak. So at this point, just taking action is more important than having a perfect routine, right? So show up daily, do what you have with what you have, do what you can with what you have, and you will see that over time it starts showing up in your body. The next thing I have to say is mind your food. You see, a lot of the time we're being told lies that to produce more milk, you have to eat for 2 or 3 persons. So people like me, I started to eat. I took a lot of portion, but immediately I decided I wanted to watch my weight. I stopped eating like that, and my milk didn't stop. All right. Instead, I have to ask myself, what are food that can aid milk production, okay, that can help me lactate more. Again, with food, I have to say portion control is key. All right, it's not about the amount of food you pack in your plate, but how healthy what is in your plate is. So instead of just packing or filling it up with calories or with carbohydrates, why not find meals that are healthy and more nutritious and put them in there, okay, like greens, vegetables, fruits. These are things that I feel like that can help you lactate more, and you will not be able to add as much weight as you have. Again, drink lots of water. Water is underemphasized. Like, guys, if you want to lose weight while still breastfeeding, you have to drink more water, and it helps with milk production. I find that every time I take a lot of water, my breast gets fuller and I'm able to produce more milk without adding any extra calories. So it's possible to lose weight while you're breastfeeding, but you have to be as intentional, because that's how you get the results. Finally, let me say, you have to be patient. Guys, there's no point putting yourself under pressure. You will lose weight when you will. Right? But if you find that losing weight is something you want to do, not because people are pressuring you or they're asking you to lose weight, you're adding too much weight, then you have got to take the decision for yourself. I know that for some women it affects their confidence. For someone like me, I've grown beyond that point where what people say gets to me, because I understand why I am gaining weight, and I know that with a little action, I can always lose the weight. But for some women, it's harder. For some women, they have medical conditions that can stop them from losing as much weight as possible. Don't put yourself under pressure. You will lose weight, all right? Even if you do not lose weight, it's not about the weight. I have to say this, yes, I know that it's difficult to believe, but it's not about the weight. Beauty is something that comes from the inside. I know a lot of people have medical conditions that can affect their weight loss. So don't put yourself under pressure, all right? Build up your confidence from the inside and give yourself time. These are the things that I did that has helped me lose 10 kg in such a short period of time without gymming or without dieting. It's something you can do, but you have to tell yourself the truth, all right? If you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and turn on bell notification so that you get the notification when I upload more videos. I'll share more videos on my weight loss journey as we go, and I hope you will enjoy it. So with that, we have come to the end of the video. Have a lovely week ahead. See you next week. Bye.